Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jalene with Jovi's Star Astrology. Thank you for being here. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscription button down below, like and share. It helps me as I build the channel. Super grateful for all of the activity on my channel. It is growing, all because of you guys, and I am very, very grateful and thankful for that. I am also doing personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can head over to my website, jovistar.com, and send me a message to the contact section over there, and I'll get right back to you. I would love to read for you. So, Capricorn Rising, I have your chart up here for Gemini season. I hope it's going well so far. We will start off, we'll break this down. We'll start off by taking a look at where the sun is here in Gemini, in your 6th house of day-to-day routines. And so Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the fastest moving planet. And this should have you very busy with the day-to-day mundane things that you have to do. You may not like that, but that is likely what you're focused on this month. That can be work, as in the work that you do for your job, so working with coworkers. It can be, dealing with your health issues, dietary issues, or just plain old, what you have to do on a day-to-day basis to keep your life going. Mercury does move fast. A Gemini energy is very, has a lot of dexterity and flexibility, and being a mutable sign. So you should be, or probably are going to find yourself being thrown more than one thing to deal with. So Gemini has 2 hands, more than one iron in the fire usually. So this makes for a potentially very busy month in terms of just what's going on for you in the day-to-day. Busy getting around town, having lots of conversations, emails, phone calls, all of those kinds of things. Mercury starts the month in retrograde and in Gemini, and Mercury, like I said, rules Gemini, but in retrograde, you might find there are a little bit of delays. Maybe you're missing some of those phone calls or emails, or having to go back and rework some things, or juggling more than one thing all the time. With Mercury retrograde, some things might fall through the cracks. Mercury does retrograde back into Taurus this month over the eclipse points. So some of the themes that occurred for you around the solar eclipse in Taurus on April 30th and the lunar eclipse on May 15th in Scorpio could be coming back up to revisit. So that is in the solar eclipse occurred, sorry, my words. The solar eclipse occurred in your 5th house of joy and pleasure. So romantic partnerships. Maybe there's a new romantic partnership. Maybe there's a lot going on with children. Maybe you had brought a new child into the world. So the 5th house can be about that, or found out that you were pregnant. Maybe you've started a creative project. Whatever started during that new moon solar eclipse, Mercury retrograde is going back over that area, bringing those themes back up. May 15th was the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, so when Mercury retrogrades over the north node, it will affect that south node as well, possibly bringing up themes around what may have ended or changed for you as a result of the south node lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which affected your 11th house of groups, friends, and social connections. Whatever it is, you've had to come down into dealing with things, in your interpersonal world with direct social connections to things that are pleasurable for you, hopefully, but that are a little bit more intimate than actually being out and connecting with, socially with all different kinds of people. Whatever that might be as Mercury hits those points again. Could be reminding you of Saturn here that's T-squaring those points and was during those eclipses in your second house of earned income and finances. So whatever's going on it's requiring you to focus on your finances in some way, or it could be your own personal value. The universe is saying, Saturn is saying, it's time for you to take stock of what your financial situation is, what it is that you value. If you've changed your family, if you've come into a new romantic situation, something's going on with your kids, you could be focused on your earned income, on what you have, and maybe hunkering down, taking a look at that, and trying to fine tune and build something that is going to be sort of stronger or more stable and to move you into the future. Capricorn Rising, ruled by Saturn, no stranger to Saturn's requirements of building things, being patient, being accountable. So something in your second house of finances has been nudging you to review and to solidify, and maybe even to learn something about those things. Mercury will go back into Gemini after it goes direct on June the 3rd. It'll start to move from its retrograde in Taurus back into Gemini, where it is at home, and things should start clearing up and moving a little bit smoother. Definitely will stay busy though for you throughout the month of June. We have a lot of Aries energy. We have Jupiter, Mars, and Venus to start the month in Aries, all in the 4th house for you, which is the house of home and family. So you could have a lot of projects or just a lot of things going on in your family life. Aries energy is active, it is bold, it is passionate. It is also very it can also be very aggressive, and if you're dealing with some difficult things, there could be some anger, so be really careful with that energy if you're having any family issues that nothing physical happens. If you're working in and around your home, be careful that you don't have any kind of accidents. Aries, when you've got all that Aries energy, you're moving quickly. You can injure yourself, right? So Aries rules the head, so be careful if you're doing a lot of projects in your home that you don't bump your head, or like I said, if you're having some conflicts at home, that you don't have some kind of physical altercations or issues going on there. Venus will move out of Aries into Taurus during Gemini season, which is very good. Venus is at home in Taurus. That'll bring you back into your body, into your senses, and it's a really good place to have Venus in Taurus in your 5th house of pleasure, especially if you are dealing with a new romantic relationship, or you're trying to cultivate and do something, create good relationships with your children. If you've had a new child, if you are trying to create something new in terms of projects, tapping into your creative expression with Venus in that house in Taurus, that would be perfect. So I'm actually glad that Venus is moving into Taurus. This will sort of, settle us down, get us down to business, make us feel a little bit more calm, and we can certainly do without all of that energy in Aries. Although, if we look back at the few months prior, when all of those planets were in Pisces, and we were all feeling like we were walking around in water or quicksand, Having everything going to Aries where we could actually get moving was nice, but I think it's okay now to start seeing some of that sort of trickle out and level out. So that's what's going on for Capricorn Rising. In Gemini season, we have a full moon coming up on the 14th of June in Sagittarius, and then a new moon in Cancer at the end of the month I'll be talking about. I hope that you're not juggling too many things or too busy in the month of June. But if you are, just be careful. Don't get frustrated if there are delays. We'll be out of Mercury's retrograde shadow. It'll start to burn off the 14th to the 16th, and things should start moving forward nicely for everybody. So I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I will see you next month for your Cancer season reading, and until then, take good care. I'll see you next